author of Greater Thoughts, is also a motivational speaker and a mind coach, helping you to untrap your mind. In order to elevate your team, your organization, or your business, visit Robert Collins on theuntrappedmind.com or follow him on Instagram at greater7thoughts. That's greater, the number 7 thoughts. Robert Collins says, all success starts with a thought. Now turn that thought into action and go be great.
In the mirror, face the truth, I see the shadows play. This was about pushing my dreams away. Worries creeping by me, feeling so confined. But in this journey, I'm crafting a stronger mind.
Good morning, good morning. It is your host. It is Mr. RC. You have just tuned into the Greater Thoughts Morning Show. Today, I have a whole lot to say. First thing I got to tell you though, my gratitude is with you. I know what it is. You could be doing anything in the world at 8 a.m. East Coast time, 5 a.m. if you're on the West Coast, other than listening to me, but I thank you for tuning in. Listen, let me tell you, if this is your first time catching the show and you want to, hear a little bit more of what I've been putting down, some of the guests that I've had, let me tell you, go visit the YouTube page. I just put a lot of stuff up, a lot of content up yesterday. So a lot of new content is on there, just premiered yesterday. And I have a lot more content to come. But it is Greater 7 Thoughts. That's the YouTube page. Greater 7 Thoughts. If you want to get your copy, because you haven't purchased your copy yet of the book Greater Thoughts, go to the website, theuntrappedmind.com. Again, that's theuntrappedmind.com. Now, if you're looking for me on IG, it's Greater 7 Thoughts. If you're looking for me on Facebook, it's just Greater Thoughts. So now, let me go ahead and let you know. No guest today. It's just me. I get to do it again all by myself. And I've been talking about some stuff here a couple of weeks back. You heard a show that I did previously with the guy Dre, one of my good buddies. That was on consumption and circle. Who's in your circle and what are you consuming? And then last week I jumped into another topic coming off the hinge of that one. And I spoke a little bit about conversations with my son and confidence and things of that nature. And it led me to another conversation with my wife. And my wife was like, Robert, you don't know it, or maybe you do, I don't know, but you can actually do a day out of your book every week. And I was like, yeah, I'm aware. She was like, today's episode really grabbed me. And then I just started getting an influx of calls from people that just were letting me know that the show last Thursday just grabbed a hold of them. And so I decided that I'll do today's show somewhat similar in as far as the direction in which I'm going to take you like I did last week. So first thing I want to say is this. 25,000. Think about it. If somebody gave you $25,000 right now, how would that make you feel? Think about it. If somebody took $25,000 out of your bank account, how would that feel? $25,000 you just won it on the scratch off. How would that feel? If someone just told you it was going to cost you $25,000 to get your car fixed, what would you do? If someone just told you it's going to cost you $25,000 in medical bills, how are you going to pay it? 25,000. That's a number that I'm really stuck on today, because this week, on the first day of the week, there were 25,000 students that did not go to class, to school on Monday. Why did 25,000 students not go to school? And this is public school. This doesn't have anything to do with the private schools. It has nothing to do with the charter schools, just straight public schools in Charlotte city limits had 25,000 kids out of school. Let's just jump on the limb and let's just say 5,000 kids didn't go to school because they were sick. Yeah, right. But let's just say that's the case. That's still 20,000 students that didn't go to school on Monday because of ICE, because of fear, because of concern, because of worry. So for the kids that did go to school, what was their mindset? Let me tell you, all throughout this nation right now, we are struggling. Well, let me rephrase that. Some of us are struggling. I'm going to go back to that. Some of us are struggling in which the way we are seeing people, forget where they come from. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Forget where they come from. It doesn't matter where they come from. They're human beings. We're struggling in the way that we're seeing people treated, the way they're handled. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. I had on my show a little while back, Rodney Collins, no relation, on my show, who's running for as a candidate for sheriff. And we talked about it briefly when he was on the show. And coming up here in just a couple of months, there's going to be an election for the new sheriff. So me being me, I'm trying to put something together. I'm not going to even say I'm trying. Trying is an excuse, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now, don't use the word try. Remove that from your vocabulary. Trying is for people that don't succeed and just never stay at it. If you're always working at something, you're not trying, you're doing. So what I'm doing is I'm working at getting a debate on a show next month between the two candidates that are running for sheriff. And believe me, this is going to be one of the topics. So let me also say this to you. Get a chance, go in my DMs on social media. And when I get this debate squared away, send me some questions that you'd like me to ask the future sheriffs of one of the candidates will be the future sheriff here in the city of Charlotte. But 25,000 kids out of school because they have fear that their parents might get taken. So their parents don't want to take them to school. They have fear that they may be taken. So they don't want to go to school. If nothing else, going to church, going to school should be two places that you shouldn't be able to go after children, go after their parents. You know, this just doesn't make any sense. And that's bothering me. I don't know the solution, but someone else out there, you may have the solution. Bring it forth. Don't let it stay in your mind. Bring it out of your mind and share it. You don't know who will attach to it. But I want to get that out. 25,000. And just think, that's here in the city of Charlotte. Charlotte's not that big. I mean, it's growing, but it's not that big. Imagine what it's looking like in other cities the same way. People getting drug out of their cars. I mean, it's just so much going on. I want to just leave that right there. And I want you to pray for the people that are going through this. And now, I said I was going to jump back into it. I was in a room the other day with maybe 50 people. And one of the gentlemen stood up and made the comment that he didn't care about ICE snatching these people up. He didn't mind. It didn't bother him. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and say it. As a black man, and I try to stay away from race, but hey, it is what it is. As a black man, I want you to look at this, because it was a black man that said this, but it could have been any nationality, but a black man said this. If they are willing, ICE that is, the people that teach them, lead them, guide them, are willing to go up to people and just pull them out of their cars based on their complexion or the way their eyes look. Because when you're driving past a person, that's all you can see. That's all you can see. When that happens and they pull you out the car, do you not realize that there are Hispanic people that are darker than plenty of people right here in the United States that are born black? So If they're willing to pull them out the car, who's to say that you won't be considered a Hispanic person as a black person next? Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. You're being desensitized to what's going on. So when that happens, where you now have no compassion, you're now not sensitive or empathetic, sympathetic, or anything of the sort toward people going through this, just be careful before it's your door that's knocked on next. I'm coming off of that. Next thing I want to talk to you about is, hey, it's Thanksgiving next week. Some of you guys are going to be traveling. Some of you guys are going to be sitting at home with your family. Some of you are going to just go house to house and go eat up as much food as you can. Before you do that, make sure you get up early in the morning, like you always do, and turn on your Greater Thoughts radio show. Tell your friends and family this is what you do every Thursday. You tune in to Mr. RC. Let me just go ahead and remind you right now to set your timers next week for 7:55 a.m. here on the East Coast, and 5 minutes ahead wherever you are listening to me. But go ahead and I'll have a good show for you next week for Thanksgiving. Now, I want to talk to you about who, not how. It's a book I read, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I just want to tell you this. Some of us, some of you, some of we are in positions where we have visions, and we have thoughts, and we have dreams, and we have aspirations, we have goals. And only thing we can think about is, how are we going to be able to do it? How am I going to be able to do it? How is the success that I know that's for me going to end up in my life? And I want you to just go ahead and take a moment and say, I forgive myself for stressing myself. See, sometimes you need to open up your mouth and just say that. I forgive myself. There's a lot of things in life that I promise you can say, I forgive myself about. One thing I want you to do is forgive yourself for the stress that you keep allowing to fester within your body. Stop those things from being released in the mind. Stop the cortisol from being released throughout the body. And go ahead and say, I forgive myself. And once you forgive yourself, then I want you to start focusing on who it is that you know. And sometimes it's not even about who you know. Sometimes it's about who knows who you know. And I say that because I have been personally blessed in relationships, not because of the person that I knew, but because of the person that they knew. So you don't know who's going to be looking to help you. And I really, this really reminds me of when Jay Ivy was on my show. And, he was speaking about how he was in high school and a teacher gave him the desire to become this poet. Now he's a multiple Grammy Award winning poet. But because of that one person's push, he knew her, but what it was she brought something out of him. And so there's that part. Who you know is going to have something to do with what what you consume. Back to consumption and circle. It's about what you consume. But in other cases, they're going to be the one to introduce you to somebody else that at the moment you didn't even know they knew. So don't focus on how you're going to do everything. Start focusing on who it is that you know that may be the expert in the area that you're looking to grow in. They may know an expert in the area that you're looking to grow in. They may introduce you to somebody who knows the expert in the area that you need to grow in, or that you're looking and desiring to grow in. Because see, I said the word need, and I don't even need to use the word need because God already provides all our needs. So the fact that our lungs are working is a testament. The act of being able to see is another testament. The act of having these lips to move and a tongue to move to create words is another testament to just how good God is. And speaking on that, Let's talk about what is gonna cause some of you guys some heartache in a short period of time come January 10th, what they call that the Quitters Day. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that you have this opportunity right now to go ahead and remove that stumbling block. We start moving stumbling blocks early. We don't wait until the block is right in front of us and then we can't do anything but stumble. We want to remove stumbling blocks early. So January 10th is called Quitters Day. And that's for all the people that's going to start New Year's resolutions January 1st. And then by the 10th, they won't even be consistent anymore. They're going to let them go. They're going to drop them off. They're going to fall by the wayside. So, what I want to say to you now is before the month of November is over, start setting your goals. So that way you can jump into your goals in December. Jump into them early. There's no point. You don't have to wait till the first of the year to start your new goal. You don't have to wait till this quarter ends to start your new goal. Start working at it now. Start working at it now so that way you can already be ahead. So when January comes in and everybody else is talking about what's your New Year resolution? What you gonna change? You can tell them, I've already started that. I'm already in my path. I'm already working to stay in alignment so that all the things that I'm looking to achieve in 2026 are already done. See, did you hear that? Did you catch that? I said they're already done. Let me say it again for those in the back. They're already done. Say it again for the folks on the left and on the right. It's already done. See, I need you all speaking in a future tense. I know you live right now. You know, I got a whole episode where we talk about the right now. We only live right now, but I want you to speak in the future. Speak life to your future. So that's what we're going to do. I need everybody to start locking in. Go ahead and get their journals out and start looking to figure out what it is that they're wanting to accomplish for 2026. So when come December 1, you'll already start. You'll have a whole month of consistency ahead of you by the time January 1 rolls around. So you won't be thinking about a New Year's resolution. Okay. So no quitters day for anybody listening to this episode today. No quitters day. Now, let me talk about something else. See, I'm bouncing around on y'all today. I told you, I'm going to just bring it to you raw the way it is coming to me. And I had to go into the prayer closet today, this morning, and just ask God, what is it? What do I need to talk about? And I started thinking about myself. And he said, yeah, go ahead and go to the book. Go to day 63. And after you go to day 63, go to day 69 and share with the people. Share with the people the affirmation for the day. So I'm gonna do it backwards. I'm gonna go 69 first and share with you the affirmation for day 69. This is gonna be good for some of you. It should be good for all of you, but this is gonna be good for some of you. And then I'm gonna go back over and read the scripture from day 63 before I go into the day 63 affirmation. So day 69 affirmation goes like this. My thoughts are filled with gratefulness. I can't even move forward. How I start this radio show, telling you that my gratitude. So you have to be grateful. Everything starts with gratitude. So my thoughts are filled with gratitude. I am filled with positive energy. I am blessed by the spirit of love. See, when you talk about that word love and you talk about the spirit of it, there's nothing more perfect because God is the spirit of love. My life is moving toward all I desire. I just spoke to you about speaking towards your future. Speak it. I am thankful for receiving above my goals. Oh, I can't wait to read the scripture because I told you guys last week to get a scripture. Get you a scripture. So I'm bringing you something. I'm going to bring you something. I am vibrating at a high level and attracting others like myself. And see, before we leave, I'm going to talk to y'all about this force multiplier. It starts in your home. I'm going to get there. Don't worry. I am enjoying the life I live. I believe that God, through the universe, has more for me than I can see. Let me say that again. I believe that God, through the universe, has more for me than I can see. Let me tell you, there's some of y'all that just want to believe on the universe. I'm not with you. I'm just go ahead and tell you, I'm not with you. But I am a believer that God that created the universe can have the universe move and work in different ways to provide me all that I need, desire, and even more than I can even think of. All right, look, I'm starting to smile and getting excited. All right. These are the words of faith that which I speak. Come on, y'all. We got to speak in faith. You know, what is faith? For me, it's the activator of all things. But by the word, it's telling you faith is when you speaking about the things that's hoped for and living your life. I'm paraphrasing, living your life as though they've already happened in your life. So you speaking out of expectancy that it's already come true without even being able to see it in your life. So these are the words of faith which I speak. I am already healthy. If you sick in your body, if you sick in your mind, listen, start speaking that it's healthy. Speak that my thoughts are healthy. Speak that my body is healthy. Speak to your body, y'all. Speak to your thoughts. Speak to your mind. Speak it wealthy. Speak to your money. Tell your money that when it leaves you to come back tenfold. Speak to yourself about these things and abundant. I am already healthy, wealthy, and abundant. Speak abundance. And that abundance is not just for you. That abundance is for your friends. That abundance is for your cousins. That abundance is for your mother. That abundance is for your enemies. That abundance is for your foes. In the words that they like to use for your ops. Look, speak abundance into their life. It won't hurt you. You're like, why? Why should I? I'm gonna go back to that too. Day 63. I told you to get a scripture last week. So here it is. We're going Isaiah 41 and 10. Let me say it again. Isaiah 41 and 10. For those of y'all that want to go get your phones ready and go look it up, I'll give you a minute. For those of you that are like me and got an old school Bible, go ahead and get it out. I'm going to say it one more time. It's Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And the word says, fear not. Fear not. One more time. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. See, I just talked to you about an affirmation a second ago, and I told you to speak these things. And the very first thing that's said in Isaiah 41, verse 10, the very first thing is fear not. See, some of us have this fear about speaking positivity into our life, but because we place an expectation on a time in which God is supposed to move. Let's not forget, God can do what he want, when he want, how he want, but he can always do these things for you at a time that's way faster than you can ever imagine. So fear not. Because see, I look at God and I'm gonna just tell y'all, I call him the time compressor sometimes. Because I know something that I'm looking at that might take somebody else 5 months. For me, it might take 5 minutes. And for you, it could take 5 seconds. And for somebody else, it may take 5 milliseconds. Because God is the time compressor. It's all up to him. But you need to speak out of faith and without fear, because then you won't be dismayed and know that he's with you and he's there to strengthen you. So when the times come, you know that you will be strengthened by God when you have no fear and allow him to be first, because he will help you and he will uphold you with his righteousness. Day 63. I'm coming to you with it. Listen, the book Greater Thoughts. Go get your copy. theuntrappedmind.com. Order it there. Here's day 63. I am connected to infinite wisdom. God is infinite wisdom. We think about Solomon and all his wisdom, where it come from. I am connected to infinite knowledge. God is knowledge. God is knowledge. I say no more. I am connected to infinite energy. Listen, the plants on this land that we live on keep growing because the sun is there and God put the sun in the sky for us to have energy. And listen, infinite energy, infinite knowledge, infinite wisdom. I am believing in the power of my thoughts. Listen, I just told you guys, be positive in your thoughts. Speak positivity into yourself. Reclaim your thoughts. When I say reclaim your thoughts, I'm telling you to redirect any negativity that starts in your mind and hold it up against the flame. Hold it up to the fire. You know, when some of us like gold chains, that gold start off as a little rock. You gotta put the fire to it so that you can get it to be molded. So what I'm telling you is to mold your thoughts. Hold them to the flame, but hold your negative thoughts to the flame of positive thoughts and allow that thought to be recreated. Allow it to change into something else that's serving you in the right manner. I am filled with enthusiasm about today. Listen, it's early, y'all. The day just begun. Some of you woke up a couple of hours ago, like me, get to the gym and do those types of things. But listen, you need to be enthusiastic about today. Allow your enthusiasm to be contagious and spread from you into the next person. I am creating my desires now. See, you're not trying, you're doing. So when you say you're creating your desires, it's because you're putting effort forth and you're working. You know, hey, faith without works is dead. So let me just go ahead and say that. Faith without works is dead, so you have to work. I am awake and enlightened. I don't even need to say anymore. I am in alignment with my goals. Don't even need to say anymore. I am grateful for the spirit within me. Hey, every day that I get to wake up and have breath in my body, I'm grateful. God is with me and he's with me at all times. And I know that because of Isaiah 41:10, he will uphold me with his righteous right hand. And I am hopeful for the future. Listen, none of us are living tomorrow, but we're going to speak positivity into our future so that way we can walk into it because tomorrow is but only hope for, but there is only right now. So that's why I'm telling you to stay enthusiastic about right now. Stay enthusiastic about your day. Stay positive about everything that's going on. And see, the last thing I'm gonna talk to you guys about before we go is when your free will is tough to deal with. Mm, that's a whole segment, and I done saved it for the last couple of minutes. When your free will is tough to deal with. So I want to encourage you today that there are going to be things that happen throughout today. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's going to come up now because you're listening to this. That you're going to have to put one against the other. What you want versus what's best for you. There are going to be some things today that are going to challenge you. And in those challenges, it's going to be what you want versus what's best for you. And I'll use it I'll give you a few examples. I want to go buy a new car. And I can go to the dealership and get one today. At the same time, I want to buy a house. So that desire is more important because I need to put my family into a home. What you want versus what's best for you. Here's another one. Boy, she look good. I have a wife at home that's been faithful to me. But this woman over here is saying all the right things while I'm at work. What I want versus what's best for me. What's best for me is taking my butt home to my wife and letting not my soul be troubled. There are going to be some things that come in front of you today. I need you to remember when it's a fight between your free will and what you're going to do, I want you to lock in and keep the greater thought. Remember, all success starts with a thought. Take your thoughts, turn them into action, and go be great. God bless. I'll see you guys next Thursday. It'll be Thanksgiving. Look to have a wonderful time with your family and friends. God bless. See you next week.
In the silence of the night, when doubt creeps in, I hear that whispering voice pulling me from within. The weight of the world tries to break my soul, but I rise from the ashes, determined and whole. With every step, I'm reclaiming my grace. Positive